Somebody else not talk am again. You know, because people don't insinuate am since that somehow the subsidy wey federal government tell us say they comot. E be like say they no really comot am, because if you have removed subsidy from petrol, it means that the petrol is going to be selling at a free market. Anytime when dollar high, petrol go high. If it come down, petrol go come down, which has not been the case. Petrol has been steady at a particular price for a while. Probably maybe because federal government no say this thing go up past like this. Hey, the way Nigerians go take holla. So the president of PENGASSAN, which is the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association, those people who work for petroleum companies, they are Senior Staff Association. Their president is also the president of the Trade Union Congress. Mr. Osifu said this on Channels Television. Let me play you the news. The national president of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, Festus Osifu, said the federal government is still paying subsidy on petroleum. President Bola Tinubu had in his inauguration declared that the subsidy era is gone, triggering a hike in the cost of commodity across the nation. But months after the move, Osifu, who is also the president of the Trade Union Congress, said due to the cost of crude oil in the international market and the dollar to naira rate, the government still pays subsidy for the product. They, that is the government, are paying subsidy today, he said on Channels Television Politics Today on Friday. In reality today, there is subsidy because as of when the earlier price was determined, the price of crude in the international market was somewhere around $80 for a barrel. But today it has moved to about $93/$94 per barrel for Brent crude. So because it has moved up, then the price of petroleum also needed to move, the PENGASSAN boss added. For the government to stop subsidizing petroleum, he said two things must happen. The only reason the price will not move is when you are able to manage your exchange rate effectively and you are able to pump in supply and bring down the exchange rate, Osifu maintained. So if the exchange rate comes down today, we will not be paying subsidy, but with the exchange rate value and the price of crude oil in the international market, we have introduced subsidy. So what Mr. Osifu is trying to say is simple. Government not tell us officially, say they don't put subsidy back. No, they did not tell us that. So let it be clear, it is not in the books anywhere in this country that government is paying subsidy. But what he's saying is that common sense tells us that we cannot be buying fuel at the amount we buy fuel again. Few days ago I read that the ports have deserted because the landing cost of fuel has gone to 750 naira per liter. So how come we are still buying around 580 something? The only answer is that somebody is paying the difference. And the only person that can pay the difference, we know, is the government. So when you run the math, you have to find out that something is being paid on behalf of the Nigerian people. When this price was put at 560 something, crude oil in the world market was $80. Today, crude oils have gone to $94, which means the price to buy fuel before has increased. How come we are still buying at the same price? When this fuel was put at this price, how much was dollar to a naira? It was not up to the amount we have today. Now, dollar to naira is around 9 something to 1,000. That means price of fuel has also increased. Because all the fuel we get, we import them with dollars. So if the price of dollar go up, fuel price will go up. So how come we are still buying at the amount we are buying now? It's because common sense tells us somebody is paying the difference. So let's maybe one Nigeria just like this country where one Nigerian man just say, no, you know what, I'll be paying the difference. Or the marketers just decide, say, okay, we like this country so much. So if we buy at 750, we go sell at 598 or 600, which is impossible. But in case it is possible, that's the only explanation we can have for it. But then when you look at it again, the few months when federal government has stopped the subsidy, the amount of fuel where they say Nigerians they use come down. Because many of them was actually being stolen and taken to foreign lands. So federal government feed up cash and say, okay, this one before no wahala, we go call the pay for this one with it. It's possible. They feed up look and say, okay, the usage don't reduce, so now they can track close to the exact amounts we are actually using. So if they are paying subsidy now, they know that they are paying for the exact amount that we're actually, you know, not everything government will tell you. You understand? If you don't do some investigations and some serious decision making, even in your small company of 20 staff, you get some decisions where you go need to keep away from the members of staff and customers. So not be everything the government go tell us. You get some way they go keep. Yes, they say transparency, but my brother, if you run a local government, you'll notice that transparency is, there's a comma inside. For the good of the people, you might keep some. It's just that sometimes politicians will call keep some for the bad of the people. You get, so we don't really know if the government is paying subsidy or not officially. But what everybody is saying, everybody that has insinuated that they are solving a mass for you, that it is not possible for us to be buying fuel at this price if somebody is not paying subsidy on behalf of Nigerians.